Hello everyone, in this video let us discuss what are blocks in Drupal. In Drupal, blocks are nothing but small regions that will display some information, and that information can be a dynamic information that might change with time. For example, you may want to display the list of recent blogs or articles, or maybe you want to display the list of upcoming events in case you are trying to use Drupal for event management. But a block can also display some static information. It can probably display some text or some introduction for your users. So when you talk about these blocks can be placed on any regions on your Drupal theme. So when you talk about Drupal theme, every Drupal theme has some regions. For example, if you look at this default theme that comes with Drupal out of the box, you have, of course, this section on top, which is, of course, in blue color. It might be called as header or maybe the navigation area. It depends on the theme, and each theme can have a different nomenclature for different regions. And you also have on a typical Drupal theme, you can have these sidebars on the left hand side or maybe on the right hand side. Right now there is nothing on the right hand side, but you can also have something on the left or right hand side. These are usually called as sidebars, and you have this section on the middle section. Right now it is on the right hand side. It is called as the content section, and you also have a footer. So if you want to first look at different regions that your theme offers, you can go to the appearance on top, and the moment you click on appearance on top, you will be taken to a section where you have all the themes installed, or the themes that comes out of the box with your Drupal website. So let us create a new block, and to create a new block you need to go to the structure, and you will be then able to do few additional things apart from just creating a block. But in this video, let us create a simple block, and then we'll display that particular block on our Drupal website. So if you click on the block layout, you will be able to see the list of all the blocks that you may already have in your Drupal website. And I was talking about finding out all the regions that your theme has to offer, where you can place some content, usually blogs or maybe a view. We'll talk about views later on, but if you look at this particular section, you will notice that you have different regions defined, something called as header, primary menu, secondary menu, and highlighted, feature top, and so on. There is a region called as content, where you will usually place your content, your article, your page. Then you have sidebar first, which is on the left hand side. Then you may have sidebar second, which I believe should be on the right hand side. So these are different regions, and within each region you will place some block. And if you look at this theme, the theme name is called Batik. This is the default theme that comes with the Drupal 8. Now, you may want to understand the placement of these regions. So what you can do, you can click on this link that says demonstrate block regions. If you click on it, you will be able to visualize or visually see these regions that you have on your Drupal website. So on this particular in this particular theme, you have secondary menu on top, then you have header, primary menu, highlighted, feature top. So this feature top is on top of everything, just below the menu. Then you have your breadcrumb. Breadcrumbs are nothing but those links that you must have seen on a website that will basically take you to the parent item, if there is a parent item, or if there is like a complex hierarchy on your Drupal website. We'll probably discuss breadcrumbs later, but there is a section for it. You can place something in this particular section. Then you have your sidebar, which is of course on the left hand side and also on the right hand side, and there is also this content section. So there are different regions, and we'll definitely be using our own theme that will probably install from the drupal.org. But in this video, let us create a new block. So to create a new block, you need to go to the custom block library. And in this video, I will be creating, of course, a static block that will display some static information, and will probably reshuffle the position of one or two blocks. So let us first create a block that will probably display some message to all the users on the website, something called as About Us. We already have this About Us page, but we'll probably create maybe a one paragraph that will talk about what this site is all about, and then we'll probably have a link that will take us to the About Us page. So let us create this block first. So click on the Add Custom Block button on this particular page, and you will be presented with this form where you can type your block name. Let us say your block name is About Us, and I want this block to be displayed everywhere on the website. Like, you can be on the home page, you can be on the inside page, any page. I want this block to be displayed, and I want some content, of course. So I'll probably add content like this: site is used for learning Drupal, and my name is Ravi Sagar. I'll probably write something so that it shows like a whole paragraph, not just one line. I hope you like this video. Keep watching. So this is nothing but, of course, just a simple line. You can have, of course, multiple lines. You can do some formatting. I'll probably add maybe a bullet point. I think it looks good. So what all we are doing on this website: learn Drupal, building a blog, and what else? What else are we doing here? We are also trying to know the best practices of Drupal site building, and then we'll have a link, read more, or maybe a link to the About Us page. So we'll add this link later on, and I'll show you how to do it. But let us quickly add this. So when you add a new block, you have the option to use some text format, and we'll discuss more about text format. But usually when you're trying to write some content, you don't really want always to use full HTML, because your full HTML is not really required. You just want to do some bullet points and some links, and each and every format basically has a list of tags that are allowed, that you can probably use in this particular block or this body. So let us quickly save this particular block. The block name is About Us, and when we save this block, you can see here that this custom block is now added in our custom block library. Now we have to add it and display it on the website. So let us go to the block layout, and when you go to the block layout, if you remember, we have different regions, and we have a sidebar on the right hand side, and the right hand side sidebar is called sidebar second, I believe. So let us find the sidebar second, and to add something in this sidebar, you can click on the place block button, and you can find your block. So by the way, you have already some blocks, quite a lot of blocks already, but we are interested in this block called About Us. So let us add this, and you need to click on the place block. So when you add this particular block, you have the option to also control the visibility. So maybe you just want to display this block only on all the pages of type article or of type maybe basic page. You may just want to display this particular block only on the home page. So you can type something like front, and this particular block will then be displayed only on the front page, or maybe the pages that you define here. So you can have multiple pages that can be defined here. I'll probably show it to you how it is displayed on the front page, then I'll probably remove it. There is also a possibility to display this particular block for a specific type of user. So you have, of course, different users on Drupal website, and those users, they may have different roles. So right now, since we are logged in as administrators, we are of course talking about site building. We are actually creating a lot of things on our Drupal website, but not everyone would be administrator. We'll cover these things in detail in later videos, but you can basically create a new role, and those new roles or different users who will be added to those roles can be given permissions. So for the time being, let us not touch this. All we have done here is we have defined this particular block to be displayed on the front, that is the home page. So let us create our block. So we are not creating, we are basically placing the block in our sidebar. So once you do this, you also need to go to the very bottom and click on the save block. And when you click on the save block, you can now see here that sidebar second is now showing us about us block. Let us go back to the home page. So we can click on the back to site. And now you can see here that on the right hand side, we have this nice block that is displaying some content, and it looks decent in my opinion. It is not really bad. If you go to the about us page, this block will disappear, because we have that condition, if you remember, that I want this block to be displayed only on the home page. Let us do a few more things. Let us make this read more to be linked to the about us page. So if I click on the about us page, you first need to find out the node ID or the URL. So this particular page has this URL, which is nothing but your main website /node/4. So we are interested in node/4. We can probably copy it. And of course, it could be a custom URL. It could be something like about -us. And that is known as clean URLs. And we'll do it later. We'll learn how to create clean URLs so that it looks a bit more user friendly. So let us go back to the home page, and to go back to the same block again, there are a couple of ways. You can go to the structure and you can find the block, and then you can modify it, or you can also hover your mouse on top of the about us block, and there is this option to click on this pencil, this edit link, and if you click on it, you can do a quick edit or you can do a configure block. So let us do a configure block so that we can modify it further. So let us click on it and let us see what we can do here. So we want to basically first remove this front. We want it to display on all the pages. So you can save it, and I think I should have clicked on the edit. Let us click on it again, because we also want to create this link. So when you click on the edit, you will be able to basically edit everything. So we want to make this read more as a link to about us page. And of course, if you know HTML, you can type HTML here. For example, if you go to source, you can basically write your own HTML, but let us not worry about HTML part. We want to keep things simple. So just highlight your read more, and there is this option on top called link. Just click on it, and you will be presented with the option to use this URL field. So just type in your node/4. That should be the URL. And if you look at the source again, there is this anchor tag added for you. And this is what you want basically. So let us save it and go back to the site. And you can already see here that there is a link that says read more. If you click on the read more button, sorry, it's not a button, it's a link. You'll be taken to the about us. And you can be at any page. Maybe you are on this page called welcome to our site. I think this is the very first page that we have on our site. Not the very first page, but the third page. In Drupal, whenever you create a new page, each page will be assigned a node ID, and that node ID is of course unique for every page. So this is the page, and we have of course this about us block displayed even on this page. There's a link, and if you click on the link, you will be taken to somewhere, and I think the link is wrong, because I think we are not really using the right anchor. So I'll probably find out the right URL. So let us quickly click on the edit and figure out what is wrong. So if I look at the source, I believe I can use one more slash here to I'm probably trying it. It should work. So if I go to my welcome to our site, and then if I click on the read more, so now I believe I should be able to use it. So so we just did a quick troubleshooting. So we need to use slash at the beginning of the URL, sorry, the href. So let us click on it again and take a look at the link. So there should be a slash in front, and these things are very common in the beginning. You will probably make some mistakes, but you should make a mistake and then fix it. It will help you in learning. So before I end this video, I just want to quickly show you one more thing. So let us move this search box from left to the right, and it is not really complicated, to be honest. All we need to do is we need to change the position. So let us go to the structure again, then go to the block layout, and if you scroll down, there is already this sidebar first section, and there is a search block added to sidebar first at the very first position. You can simply drag it and then move it to your sidebar second, and right now there is this asterisk sign here. It means that it needs to be saved. So once you have this new block, or not a new block, but you make a change, maybe you want to move it to a different position, just save it, and if you go back to the site right now, you will have your, hopefully you will have your search box on the right hand side. So in this video we learned how to start working with the blocks, and of course these are some basic fundamentals of Drupal. We'll be coming back to the concept of blocks again. We'll be doing a lot of other things, but I hope in this video we learned something useful, and I hope you will be able to follow. So thank you very much for watching, and have a nice day. Bye.